right, I am back at Epcot for another round of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. Today I'm going to be walking around World Showcase and other parts of Epcot, trying some of those food items from Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. Some of them I've already tried, but I'm also going to be trying some for the first time today, so that you get a look at some different foods. Obviously, I can't have any of the meat items. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm gonna have to get my wife Courtney out here or come here someday with somebody else to get you some of those meat items in a video. But today, we're gonna try some vegetarian items, not only vegan items though, so you will get some that have dairy products and things like that. And we might try to ride a couple rides and do a few other things throughout the course of the day.
All right, big smile right here. I love it. How about a tip of the hat? There you go, yes. How about a thinking face? One moment there, weak. Now hold your hand to the side and look at it surprised. Now one more. Hands forward, a little higher. And blow at him. You're gonna want to blow at him, sir. Perfect. Enjoy your travels.
So this is going to be a little shaky because it's so zoomed in here, but this is some of the construction for the new Moana attraction that is going in here at Epcot, right by the seas with Nemo and friends. Sorry, I'm zoomed in so much that every little movement of the camera gets magnified, and I apologize for that, but I thought you would enjoy seeing some of the construction for the new Moana attraction. Alright, it is time to try one of the most popular items at Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, and that is at the Brazil booth, which is right in between the French and Moroccan pavilions in Epcot's World Showcase, and that is the Brazilian cheese bread. Yes, it has a Portuguese name, but I don't speak Portuguese, so I'm not going to try and humiliate myself. So here is the Brazilian cheese bread. And we're gonna give it a try here. It's very crispy on the outside, and then inside it is just gooey, gooey, gooey cheese. It's excellent. It's definitely one of those items. There are a few for food and wine that are good if you're getting too many sweets as you walk around World Showcase, and just eat something that kind of balances it out a little bit. So the Brazilian cheese bread, a lot of people seem to love it. And I am definitely one of those people. I'm gonna try to pick up one of the plant-based options just right next door at the Morocco Pavilion. So I'm sure I'll be talking to you in just mere seconds with one of those. All right, continuing my walk around Epcot's World Showcase for International Food and Wine Festival, and I am at Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of the Medina. This is actually a place where you go inside in the Morocco Pavilion to get your food and wine items. All three of these are vegetarian. One of them is also vegan, and I'm going to be giving these a taste and letting you know what I think. Actually, I believe all three of them were here for the last Food and Wine Festival, and I remembered liking them a lot last year, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna like them again this year. This is the plant-based option. This is the falafel. So you can check that out right there. The cake is a pistachio cake. It is vegetarian, not vegan, and they did call in and check to make sure that there was no gelatin in this. So I really appreciate the cast members who called in to check. There is a very nice design. I am washed and sanitized on the hands, so I should be okay. Very cool design on the top there. And then this is also vegetarian but not vegan. And this is the stone baked bread with 3 different dipping sauces. So, we're gonna dive in here. I'm gonna start with the falafel, I think. Pleasantly surprised there. It was a lot drier last year, and the sauce is good. The vegetables that go along with it really complement it a lot more this year. Yeah, I was not expecting that to be as good. This is very early in the festival, and I don't know if this is a fact, but I feel like the quality goes down as the festival continues, but right now I'm really sold on that. Let's try the pistachio cake. That is just amazing. People who've been listening to the podcast or watching my videos for a long time know that I really like when something is sweet but not overly sweet. And a lot of pistachio dishes, and this cake in particular, are really good at that. It's sweet, but it isn't sickeningly sweet, so I'm really happy about that. And now to the bread. This is always a highlight whenever there is a bread dish like this. This is bread throughout here. This is not a hollow bread. We're gonna try this sauce now here, this green pesto-ish sauce, I think. A very earthy pesto flavor to that. Really good. A little tiny bit spicy. And then we have this one right here. A lot of flavors going on in that one too. Doesn't have that kick, that little spicy aftertaste. A little tiny bit of it, but a little more tomato-ish. And then we're gonna try the hummus as the last one here.
Okay.
Just a good quality hummus. So I got the fresh baked carrot cake with cream cheese icing at the Hops and Barley booth, which is in the US Pavilion, the American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot's World Showcase. And unfortunately, while I was at Morocco, my camera's battery died. So now I'm gonna do the rest of this on my iPhone, which means I'm going to be much, much more limited in how much I can show at one time, but that's okay. We'll make do. As a lot of you know, I'm very new to video editing, so maybe the more I make it hard on myself, the more I will actually learn. So here we go. Let's give it a try. I'm not a huge fan of carrot cake, but this is nice and warm and soft, and the cream cheese icing is really, really, really good. So if you like carrot cake, you're gonna love this. Even if you're not a huge fan of it, it might still be worth it as a quick little snack to get while going around Epcot's World Showcase during the International Food and Wine Festival. And now, because it is so hot out today, I thought I would stop at Joffrey's and get this cold beverage. It is a wild berry acai frappe or something like that. It's got some whipped cream. It is one of these special 50th anniversary treats at Joffrey's here in Epcot's World Showcase. And I thought I would just chill out with Spaceship Earth in the background and get a little refreshed. Okay, it's so good. It's so good. It is just like a really, really good slushy. The fruit tastes fresh. I don't know if it is fresh. But it definitely tastes that way. It has the whipped cream on top. I haven't gotten any of the whipped cream yet, but this is a nice way to cool down in what can sometimes be a hot park. It doesn't get as hot here as it gets in Toy Story Land or anywhere in Disney's Animal Kingdom, but it can get hot when you're walking around World Showcase, especially when you're eating hot foods in the sun off of a trash can. It can get really, really hot. So I really appreciate this drink. So all right, it is super hot out, so I think we're gonna pop into the Mexico Pavilion and ride Grand Fiesta Tour. There is a hidden Mickey here. Some of the Coco / Dia de los Muertos inspired artwork here in the Mexico Pavilion. Obviously, it is an indoor pavilion, so a nice way to get out of the heat. But we're on a mission to go save Donald here.
play as we go. We sing and we samba, we shout. What means I cannot? Who it is? I don't know.
So the Mac and Eats booth, which is one of the very, very popular booths here at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival, is one of the booths that's going to be opening a little later in the festival. They're gonna have a traditional macaroni and cheese, the cowboy macaroni and cheese, and the 100% plant-based chili cheese macaroni and cheese with sour cream and cheddar cheese. But obviously those are plant-based creams and cheeses and chilies. So that is going to be really, really exciting when the Mac and Eats booth opens and we get a few more booths added to Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. It was super hot in Epcot, so I'm stopping quickly at Club Cool, where I'm going to try some of the drinks that I know I like. So this one is from Moldova. It is definitely tart. It is definitely tart. I'm gonna do the Russian one last because that is my favorite. I'm gonna skip the China one because it tastes like barbecue sauce and it's gross. Philippines here. I'm also gonna try the Dominican Republic. That's a really, really good one. That creamy flavor. And then I'm gonna wrap it up here because there is a line because it is hot. So I appreciate people being patient behind me. So I'm just gonna try my favorite. That is this Russian Sprite with cucumber. If you're ever hot in Epcot, try Club Cool. Free sodas. So I was going to leave, but Spaceship Earth is a walk-on right now. Almost, anyway. Thank you. So there's a tiny little bit of line when you get down here, but it is an Omni mover. So I should be on it within like 2 or 3 minutes. So my wife can wait for me another 15 minutes, I guess. Can't turn down a good old ride on the grand and miraculous Spaceship Earth.
Your safety remains secret with your own arms and legs. It takes 15,000 years to come up with the next right answer. Recording our knowledge on KG. It's only one small problem. When we moved, the recorded knowledge stayed behind us. At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, trade and absolution, they create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them. The Phoenicians Gutenberg invents the movable type printing press. Now knowledge can travel across these new books and track their units. Books make it easier to invent the future in every field. And the result is an incredible explosion of innovation we call the Renaissance.
So I think we accomplished quite a bit on my quick visit to Epcot today. Got to try some new items from Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, at least items I'm trying for the first time this year. I still have to try the India booth. They have a lot of plant-based and vegetarian options, but by the time I got there today, I was just too full. So, darn it, I guess I have to come back to Epcot sometime soon. This is going to be where I leave you for the day. Please remember that I walked Ireland's National Famine Way to raise money and awareness in the fight against domestic violence. Please donate to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida, in honor of my pilgrimage. casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/. That's CASAPINELLAS.org/walkwithrick/. I actually got a lot of good news while I was walking World Showcase today. I'm really excited about the future, but now I have to get home because I have a ton of chores on my list, and I already spent a little too much time at Epcot today. So I'll talk to you all real soon.